Guys, the Dominican Republic are massively deporting Haitian immigrants. Today, I have brought to you this video of how Black Americans are all over the internet saying and reacting to these videos of these Haitian people who are deported. And in this month of July, can you imagine 31,000 Haitian people have been deported, guys? Out of the 350,000 people that Trump revoked their TPS, 31,000 alone in this month of July. From the 25th of July that this statement was made in the Supreme Court, 31,000 people already have been deported. And this question has arose here that I want to ask you guys to answer for me. People are saying, they are asking these questions, that if these Haitian people have been good in their job, they have been good at their job site, why are they being deported? We are using the Haitian hospitals, we are using that. Why are they deported? Please answer me this question in the comment section. And if you are new in my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. It will definitely go a long way. And if you are returning, you know the what's up. Let's continue watching these clips and see.
Check this out, y'all. The DR just deported 31,000 Haitians. And that's just in the month of July. 31,000. Man, they putting in work over there in the DR. 19,000 of these Haitians went through processing centers to return them back to Haiti. And the other 11,000, the military just walked them right back across the borders to send them home. The DR is adding 400 new recruits to their DGM team. So their DGM team is equivalent to ICE. That's their ICE. So they're making sure that they keep this going. They're going to like difficult environments. They're going to the mountain areas looking for Haitians. They're just making sure they deport as many Haitians back to Haiti as possible. I read an article before that they stated that they wanted 10,000 Haitians a week. I guess they were just short 9,000 this month, but they added another 400 new recruits.
They said leave Haitians out of it. Lord have mercy. So I'm scrolling on TikTok and I am looking at all of these videos of the protests that have been happening out here in Puerto Rico against ICE, against Trump, deportation, all that good stuff. In case you didn't know, there are huge communities of Dominicans, Haitians, and other groups that live here in Puerto Rico on the island. So I'm watching this video. Everybody's outside, you know, in solidarity. They're holding up their Puerto Rican flags, but they're also holding up Dominican flags in solidarity. They're holding up Haitian flags, etc., etc. Right? Why did I decide to scroll through the comments? Not for real. Like, why do I do that? Because the comment section is like, first of all, it's usually like where all the entertaining shit is happening, but it's also where all the dumb shit is taking place. And it's just like, so anyway, there's a bunch of comments from different Haitian people, and they're like, leave Haitians out of it. Now this. And it's like, you're not FBA. Like, stop with the FBA talking points. Like, you're not FBA. FBA don't even fuck with you. FBA don't fuck with you. Mind the Caribbean's business right now for just 5 minutes. You can't use the talking points of the people that don't fuck with you. Like that's actually insane. And it's just like, okay, so you don't want solidarity. Like, you don't want people advocating for it. Like, because they're here. They live here. We're not making this shit up. And they're actively getting deported. Like, it's not just happening on the mainland. Like, motherfuckers is getting swept up and getting brought back to Haiti and brought back to DR, etc., etc., etc. So, you don't want us outside? Like, should we go home and mind our business? Because Puerto Ricans are U.S. citizens. So, I know Puerto Ricans aren't exempt. We not out here with the complexion for the flexion, or at least most of us aren't. I ain't. But it gets to a point, like, it really gets to a point where it's just like, it's giving misery. It's giving misery. It's giving misery. And listen, I would say we go home and mind our business, but that's not really our type of time. Like we never gave we're staying in the house. Puerto Ricans never stayed in the house and minded their business, okay? We love a protest. We love an outside moment, okay? Historically. So it's just like, it's just too much. It's just too much. And this is a great time to remind you guys that Puerto Rico and Puerto Ricans cannot vote for the president. Just so you know. Just letting you. Because I know some of you resters don't read. But we did have a mock vote here on the island. And 80% of folks voted for Kamala. Okay? Even though my good sis is Indian and Jamaican and was talking that shit on native land, talking about don't come here. Yeah, she said that. I didn't forget. Personally, I didn't forget that. But yeah, I'm gonna let you get back to resting. You're resting that brain a little too much though. The brain is overly rested, okay? Needs a little excitement. Crack a book.
This is absolutely horrible. My home country of the Dominican Republic is planning to deport over 10,000 Haitian migrants a week. The international community needs to condemn this because this is breaking international laws. First of all, they're not giving people enough time for their case to be processed. Deporting 10,000 people a week means you are fast-tracking everything. And you see, just like in the US, these deportations are happening because the Dominican government is keeping people undocumented or making them undocumented. Like Haitian construction workers who do 80 to 90% of the job in some cities have been asking for work permits so they can stay in the country. But the Dominican Republic has denied them work permits. Why? To keep cheap labor. And then on top of that, the Dominican government has actually moved to take away citizenship from people with Haitian descent. And then on top of all that the Haitians are already facing, once they're, in custody, they're also being exploited for money. Or they're being abused while in custody. Pause to read. People in the Haitian community in DR are afraid to leave their home because they're afraid of being deported. Or some of them are just willing to take the risk because they have families to provide for. Haitians are good, hardworking people who just want to better their lives and get out of the terrible situation that's going on at home. And just like in DR and in the US, everywhere they go, they are demonized. Look, this is terrible what the Dominican Republic is doing and they need to stop, but the international community also needs to step up. They need to do more to allow Haitians to go into the US, Canada, other countries. If you know your history, you know that the international community put Haiti in the terrible situation they're in today. So it is our global responsibility to do right by Haiti. And the Dominican Republic, as its neighbor, should be the first one to take that step. Seriously, the Haitian people deserve more from...
TPS means temporary. Y'all should have been gone years ago. And under Biden, it surged. And we just had a bunch more Haitians. Remember all the Haitians under the bridge? And they said, oh, they whooping Haitians on the horses now. Dude, go home. It's time for y'all to go home. Take the $2,600. You don't have a fight anymore. Don't go to any immigration attorneys lying to you, telling you you can fight this. You can't. Supreme Court decided we're done. You got to go home. Oh, and by the way, let me add this. You can go next door to the Dominican Republic. Oh, that's right. No, you can't, because the Dominican Republic, they built a giant wall. Oh, I thought y'all didn't like walls. How come the left never mentions the Dominican Republic that's right next door to Haiti? How come y'all don't mention that? The Dominicans don't want Haitians in their country. And they built giant walls. They have soldiers protecting their borders. And they built barbed wire that you can't climb over. If you happen to, they'll shoot your monkey ass before you get over the fence. How come the left and the Democrats and the commies don't talk about that shit? Look it up. Dominicans right next door to Haiti. They don't want them there. But, dump them in America. And then bitch, whine, moan, and complain when Trump gets them up out of here. when we demand that they get up out of here. You ain't got to put it on Trump, put it on us. We the people, 100 million of us voted for Trump to come back so this can take place. We want y'all out of here. You ain't nothing but a burden. You're expensive and you're violent. Remember, eating the dogs, eating the cats. Yeah, y'all do that shit because you voodoo and you do that shit in your country. We don't want that here. We're Christians. We love Jesus. Get the fuck out. And yes, Jesus loves me. He knows I cuss. It's time for y'all to go. And if you're not willing to have a fair conversation about how the Haitians are dissed by the Dominicans, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. But don't put all that on us. Yeah, it's time for y'all to leave. We're not taking care of you anymore.
You could show a Dominican factual evidence of Haitians being mistreated in DR in conditions that resemble modern day slavery, and they will say, no, that's not true. No, that's fake news. No, Haitians should be grateful that Dominicans take them in, and speak with such superiority over Haitians for nationality, skin tone, anti-blackness.
Hello, TikTok. Lions Den here. We have a crisis situation in the Dominican Republic. So the Dominican Republic government has issued to expel Haitian migrants out of their country. So the U.S. State Department is issued with Black Americans to travel to the DR very carefully because of the situation. Now, check this article out. It says U.S. warned its dark-skinned citizens of Dominican Republic's migrant crackdown. Haitian migrants are being deported from Caribbean country, and authorities seem to be targeting people based on their color of skin. Now, I'm on my way to the DR as we speak, and we as Black Americans also need to be aware of the situation because they may mistakenly, they may racially profile us as well, and that's mainly what the State Department is trying to say to warn Black Americans that this could happen. So TikTok, let me know what you're thinking.
Tens of thousands of Haitians have now been deported from the Dominican Republic during a humanitarian crisis. So if Haiti collapses, who takes responsibility for the people fleeing it? The Dominican Republic says that these deportations are part of stricter immigration enforcement due to the violence and instability in neighbouring Haiti. Officials argue they're simply protecting their own borders and enforcing law. But human rights groups are raising the alarm. They warn that vulnerable people, including families fleeing this disaster, are being expelled at a time where Haiti is facing one of the worst humanitarian crises for years, for decades. So now the region is stuck with a difficult question. On one hand, you could say that every country deserves the right to control its borders, but on the other, Haiti's problem isn't just Haiti's problem, it's a Caribbean problem. And if countries start shutting doors, where are all the desperate people meant to go? So let me ask you this. Should Caribbean nations be open to accepting more Haitian migrants at a time like this? Or is the Dominican Republic right for enforcing its own borders?
This is going on right now in the Dominican Republic, right? They are looking for Black people, even though we got one group of Blacks looking for another group of Blacks who look a little bit more distinct than they do. So in America right now, pure chaos, ICE raids, immigration, shootings, yes, is going on, right? And some of the rhetoric is that ICE agents are going after people specifically for their skin color, not their status in America or the crimes they've committed, right? Now we have the Dominican Republic, okay, who are literally targeting people for their fucking skin color. Cuidado, Moreno. Cuidado, Moreno. ¿Qué pasó? They got the mixed niggas and the mulattoes chasing down the Blacks. Let me see your papers. Are you Haitian or do you Dominican? And people want to talk about America. They think what's going on here is fucking bad. Look, that shit funny to them. They laughing. I don't know what the fuck this guy is saying. I don't know what any of them are saying. I just heard him saying black man, Moreno, whatever. That's what I heard. In the comments, tell me exactly what they were saying. But you could see the disgust on that black man's face. He can't fucking believe that these niggas are doing this shit to him. Being completely violated. You get what I mean? In America, this is a violation of just your human anonymity. Like, this is crazy. As a black American watching this is fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Moreno.
Look, that nigga already knew what time it was. He heard Moreno. He was like, damn, he already knew what time it was. This is crazy to watch. I'm telling you right now. This is discrimination off of skin color. Not what's fucking happening in America. This is the real deal. Discrimination for your fucking skin. Look, them niggas, they be so sick. Cause it's embarrassing, bro. You are literally being targeted for being fucking black, bro.
The Dominican Republic deported almost 380,000 Haitians in 2025. That's an 84% increase over the last 4 years. And in just the first 60 days of 2026, almost 68,000 have been deported. Dominicans say this is about protecting their country. They say Haiti is in crisis and the Dominican Republic is not a rich country. It has its own problems of poverty, housing, hospitals, schools, and public safety. So the government's message is simple. We cannot take on another country's crisis. But the size of these deportations raise a serious question. According to the United Nations, Haiti is facing a collapse. Gangs control about 90% of Port-au-Prince. Around 1.3 million people are displaced, and nearly 5.7 million people face high levels of hunger. So yeah, the Dominican Republic does have a right to protect its own border, but what happens when that means sending hundreds of thousands of people back into danger, hunger, and violence? Dominican authorities may treat this as a problem, but the labor they provide help keep many industries in the DR afloat, and in many cases, they aren't getting paid fairly. These deportation campaigns have triggered labor shortages as well. A country has a right to protect its border, but at what point does enforcement become a humanitarian? Hey guys, just wanted to share my thoughts on my last video focused on the Dominican Republic and the deportation of Haitian migrants. I stand by what I said. I think the Dominican Republic has every right to enforce their border. Every country has that right. And the Dominican Republic is a developing country. They couldn't absorb Haitian migrants at that volume even if they wanted to, lest they risk their system collapsing. At the same time, I do think more prosperous countries should provide some humanitarian help. But the key word here is temporary. Short-term work permits, exceptions for pregnant women and kids, emergency aid, protections for the sick. They might be doing this already, I don't know. The truth of the matter is that if it's not temporary, then people are going to take advantage of it. Clear rules, limited, time-bound compassion is the only realistic path. What do you think?
Man, guys, the fact that I see how these people are being deported, I don't know how to feel, but I am not totally happy. Yes, their TPS have been revoked. I think they should even give them some time and deadline to leave the country. Not that wherever they are, in their house, in their farms, you will just see ICE and Dominican Republicans dragging them away to leave the country. It's too bad. I actually feel sorry for these people. I don't know about you, but I actually feel sorry for them. At least I feel they should give them some time to leave. Like, just tell them this deadline, they should leave the country, not dragging them. Someone is working, someone at their job site. The next thing you see ICE on their doorsteps. I feel for these people, guys. Please don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section what you feel about them, because I don't think I'm the only person that feel for these people. I'm actually sad. I'm sad. And if you are new in my channel, please don't forget to subscribe if you have watched this far. And if you are returning, I don't take your subscription for granted. Please, I definitely will not take it for granted. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section what you feel. Do you think the harsh method you're using on the Haitians are correct? I'm waiting for you, and thank you for watching this episode with me. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.